guys, yes, I'm sitting in front of my stove. Yes, I'm sitting on the floor, and I'm sitting on the floor because that's where the wood is. So we're going to try to sand this wood, part one, step one, whatever, of this bathroom remodel project is, remodel, makeover, whatever, is these two 1x2 8-foot lengths got cut into half, so I have 4 of them. Well, they were supposed to be cut in half, and it's close. Let's just say it's close. But there's like spots that need to be sanded. So what I've got is these from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and give these a shot. If they work, good. If not, I'm going to have to break this out. I'm going to give this a try. But I don't do a whole lot of wood crafts, so we're going to give this a shot and see how this turns out. So I'm going to stick you down towards the floor a little more. We are going to give this a shot. I'm going to turn these a little bit. Put this top one up so you can see that this is the rough side. And we're going to go ahead. And we'll start with this rough side and see what happens. That is definitely so much smoother. So this will work for, I believe 2 of these will work. I might go to the Dollar Tree. I have to go out this morning and pick up a couple more of these. That's amazing. That power tool is going back. Alright, I'm going to get back to sanding, and then I'll bring you back on the next step. The 2 sitting here on my lap have to be sanded down. They're a little bit shorter than the other 2. And I already started sanding this one down a little bit. And I ended up with some slivers coming off from it. So it's all about going slow. And I'll use the other side. And it is still considerably longer. I don't know if sanding is going to reduce the size enough. I do have another plan if this doesn't work. I'm going to do that on both of them. And then I'm going to put a circle to drill me a little starter hole. That will make that screw go in much easier. They are not made equal, guys. Let's see what happens. Okay, I have all of these in all 5 shelves. Excuse my sock. And they are ready to go. I am going to go ahead and paint these. Paint the other things that are going to go on here. Gosh, words are not coming. The picture frames that I'm using, I'll get them prepared, painted. guys, before we go on with the video, I gotta tell you at this point on, it was a total disaster. I mean, I had hiccups along the way with this when it first started, but oh my gosh, from this point on, it was like everything went wrong. It was like everything I tried to do just literally went haywire, and if it wasn't one thing, it was another, and it just escalated. And I can't tell you how many times I just tossed it in the closet, walked away, scrapped what I started to do, redid it, and I just got up one morning and said, you know what? I'm just going to do this, and this is what I did, and I put it together, got rid of everything I tried to do, went a different route, and put it together. So I'm going to kind of talk through what I tried to do and what I ended up doing and how it turned out. And guys, I don't have any power tools, and I can't really use any power tools here in our senior disabled living area. So I'm limited what I can do. But considering that A, I've never really built anything, and B, I don't really have the proper tools, and C, you'll see me using something that's not really what it's meant to be used for, but it worked. I think it turned out okay. And considering you can't find shelf the dimensions that I need without spending like $100 someplace, and then have it be not really what I like. So I'm going to shut up, and we're going to get back to how this went, how it turned out, and let me know if you spot a little, well, it's actually not that little, but you know what? I never noticed it till the very last little bit when I was putting everything finally back to the last little section of putting the shelves in. And at that point, I wasn't going to tear it apart and fix it. So let me know in the comments below if you see what is wrong. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, that is sawdust. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what you're going to see is from where I've been sanding. And I kind of disturbed the dust. These are all painted. And I'm not overly concerned about where I don't have paint, because those little bitty specks, I am going to be distressing them. I also took these frames apart, the glasses right here, and took them apart and painted them. As you can see, they're all right here. As you can see, my original idea was to use these picture frames and support them and have them be part of the shelves. And then I'm showing you that I'm putting felt on the bottom. And you see this wire that's going through. This is supposed to be part of the support and to help hold the shelves in place and to help hold these upright. Well, it was a disaster. I'm only one person. I don't have help. It didn't work. So I decided to go ahead and cut these, and you could see here that I'm cutting these at 16 inches, guys. My brain was not thinking, or I'd have realized, whoa, that's awful big for the dimensions that I'm working with. But I, at the time, did not catch this. You can see, love my saw. That's a saw, guys. That is a saw. Trust me, it's a saw. It may look like a knife, but it's a saw. It works very well for a saw. Yeah, I did not catch this when I was doing this. I cut this at like 16 inches or something. Yeah, there was my biggest mistake. When I cut this that size, when I went to put those picture frames in what should have been the right size hole, it was so big that the picture frames actually, well, I was holding them. So it's a good thing I was, because they fell right through. It was so oversized. So I literally was very upset, tossed it aside for like the billionth time, got it out of my sight. I had to rethink everything. And, at this point, I had it all together, all four sides, had it painted, had it, um, you know, sealed, everything. And I love that knife I got at Walmart. It's one of their cheap knives. Look at that. It works just as good as a saw. But I should have realized that, hey, 16 inches does not compute. You can see here, I'm putting it together. I had measured and remeasured and measured again, and yet I didn't catch myself. And I went ahead, drilled my pilot holes, drilled in the screws, painted everything. I had it all what I thought was the right sizes, and I was way off, and I'm not sure how I did it, but I did. And I went ahead, I have these little wood, I think they're actually drawer pulls, doorknob things. I painted them white, clear coated them with, um, I can't remember what I used right off the top of my head, but everything is sealed, and I let them dry. I put them on the very last little bit at the very top. They're a little big, but it's okay. It's just for me. And here it is. This is my solution. I used foam board, and I'll tell you what, it is really sturdy because it has a lot of support underneath there. And the space that they're going is not that large, 12 1/4 inches by, I believe, 10 1/2 inches. And here was my solution to the top to cover those. Think about it, guys. This is waterproof, and you don't have to seal it. It is from the Dollar Tree, and they match the decor that's going in my bathroom. And it is placemats. And how perfect is that? I measured it out, and I simply cut them with scissors. It was so easy, and I had stressed and stressed over this project. And my project to redo the kitchen shelving that I have, that's got everything under the sun on top of it, I will be putting these also on top, to brighten up my kitchen, to give it some color. And I just love working with these. These are fabulous, guys. If you need something to cover anything with, these are wonderful. So I'm cutting it down to size. I cut all 5 of them. And when I put them on the shelf, I cannot believe when I look back at the footage that I actually have them each going different directions. It's really cool. But I like these to work with. I was gluing things down using Gorilla Glue, which you have to put weight on it. So I'm like grabbing whatever I have. I have like Smarties from way back when my grandkids were here almost 3 years ago. Um, Once in a while, I'll grab a roll of them out, and they're still good. I just need to find somebody that wants them. And here it is. I'm getting ready to glue the first one down. And I have one leg that's a little off, and I'm going to just stick another little felt piece on it That's about the height it needs to have. And it'll stop being quite so wiggly. It's just one leg is a little bit shorter than the others. So, and I'm just getting plenty of glue around the edges, making sure it sticks down well. And yeah, I glued all 5 of them down, put some weight on them, and let them set a couple of hours. And it turned out so nice at the very end. I was amazed. And fitting this on there, and it feels really nice. And you stop and figure these are waterproof. I did not have to seal this part. I will probably go through with like jute twine or something, go around the edge just to give where that the board is showing, just to kind of give that some kind of a, finished look through there. And here I'm still have to clean up where these are on the top, the little white knobs, because the glue kind of leaves like a fluffy white, like almost like a foam. And you can see all 5 shelves are covered and glued down. And I kind of have like a, I don't know, like a grunge distress look on it. I don't know. That's just how I did it. But do you see the problem that I left? I made a mistake. And you'll see it if you look. And if you see it, comment below what the mistake was. And I try to make sure you guys can see it so you can comment what I did. It'll be towards the back, so when I put stuff on the shelf, it won't be noticeable. But as you can see, it is sturdy, and all it's going to be on here is towels and toilet tissue and that kind of thing. So, I'm not overly worried. And it's my first time ever building something like this, and having it come out looking somewhat like it should. I'm not too mad at myself. I just needed an extra person, when I first started. Everybody, thank you for watching. Watch for the bathroom remodel. Bye, guys.